So today while I was looking at my recommended on YouTube, I came across a video called How I Shower Living in a Van. Before this shit, I had not watched anything related to living in a van, being homeless, or whatever the fuck. Out of curiosity, I was like, hey, why not check out the channel? I don't want to be judgmental. So the second I clicked on this channel, I was welcomed with the 1 million subscriber badge. And down below, I looked at her playlist, and there were literally only 2 fucking videos. That's it. 2 videos in the span of 3 weeks. So I was kind of caught off guard. So I decided to check out her Instagram, because I thought maybe, just fucking maybe, this girl is some kind of, I don't know, like e-celebrity or some shit, or she has some kind of history being an influencer on Instagram, and she got her followers to subscribe to her on YouTube. So I clicked on her Instagram, and to my surprise, even on Instagram, her oldest post is only a few days old. It's like the oldest one that I can find is posted on the 15th of July. So I started to get fucking suspicious. I went on Social Blade, and I was greeted with a really fucking steep hill. I mean, this hill was as steep as it can get, honestly, because she had gained almost 1 million subscribers in like 2 or 3 days. I mean, it wasn't even in 3 weeks. In only 2 or 3 days since she uploaded her latest video, she had gained over 1 million subscribers. That just sounds so fucking crazy to me, because there are people on YouTube who upload almost every single day, and they barely manage to scrape by 100,000 subscribers. And then you have someone like this girl who just popped up out of nowhere and gained 1 million subscribers in like 3 days. This doesn't fucking make sense to me when I'm looking at it. So the only thing that comes to my mind is the videotape of YouTube CEO promising Juice WRLD that he's gonna get all the numbers and viewers and subscribers, indicating that she's gonna promote his channel. And back then, people were pretty doubtful, but they were like, well, maybe she doesn't mean it literally. She's just talking about it in a broader sense. But now that I'm looking at this channel, the only thing that comes to my mind is that shit. Just YouTube CEO promising Juice WRLD that he's gonna get fucking millions of subscribers and viewers. So in my opinion, my conclusion from this would be that this girl is just an industry plant. Kind of like how in the hip-hop genre nowadays there's like hundreds and hundreds of industry plants. I feel like this is just the start of YouTube having their own plants. And honestly, I feel like there's probably other fucking channels just like hers, but just not to this extent. I mean, this is a fucking bold move from YouTube, if you ask me. If YouTube is actually behind promoting this girl, and it wasn't just some random algorithm glitch, then I promise you, there have been hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels before this girl, just on a smaller scale, so that no one would notice. I mean, if you gain like 10k subscribers in a day, or even 50 or 60k subscribers, no one's gonna really pay attention to you. But when you get 1 million subscribers in 2 or 3 days, that just seems fucking impossible. I don't know how anyone can rationalize that this is a humanly possible achievement, because any way you wrap your head around it, a solo content creator can never pull this achievement. And I'm willing to bet on this shit. I guarantee you no one has ever been able to achieve it. I mean, other than PewDiePie, who already has millions, or someone like Logan Paul or Jake Paul, I don't really think there's anyone else who can pull this shit off. You can't just out of nowhere pop off 3 weeks ago with some shitty subpar tour of your van about your life as a nomad and your pet snake Alfredo. I mean, who the fuck came up with that name? I feel like this is some shitty idea that a bunch of old people came up with after brainstorming for like 15 minutes. I mean, the whole concept of the channel is just fucking stupid. It's just about this girl called Jennelle and her pet snake Alfredo cruising through the deserts with her minivan. I mean, come on. The entire plot of this channel just sounds like a corny 90s sitcom. And it's just stuck in my head now. I mean, fucking Alfredo the fucking pasta, is that what you're on about? The fuck? Now again, I can't emphasize how fucking difficult it is to gain 1 million subscribers in 2 or 3 days, because I've seen people who are creating content years after years after years with consistency. Alright, I mean, it's not people who upload like once every 6 months. Alright, I'm not talking about those kinds of people. I'm talking about people who are making content almost every week, at least 1 video a week, alright? And they barely manage to scrape by 100,000 subscribers. And that's years of work. And then you have someone like this who effortlessly just soars through the numbers without a problem. And no one's there to bat an eye. I mean, no one's holding this person accountable. I mean, if you ask me, they're either botting or she's like an industry plant. Like I said, there is no other option in my opinion. I understand that YouTube prefers promoting family-friendly content, but when you promote something to this extent, it just makes the nature of the game, the economy of YouTube, just unbalanced. This is a perfect case study of what it's like for YouTube to push a certain narrative, a certain form of content. If anyone ever had any doubts of YouTube showing favoritism, this should debunk any fucking doubts anyone has ever had. And I kind of feel like this is in some way related to the Superwoman drama a couple months back. I mean, she was going on about how women are being underrepresented on YouTube, and quite a few pseudo journalists picked up on it and wrote articles about it. So I wouldn't put it past YouTube to try to save some face maybe. And the only reason Superwoman brought up this narrative was because she wasn't getting paid as much as she used to, because she had fallen off hard from her glory years back in 2014. Now she was hungry for some fucking money. She had been desperately trying to gain some attention by making goodbye videos once every 2 weeks. So at some point she was like, hey, I'm just gonna call out YouTube. That's how fucking money hungry this woman was. But anyways, I was diverting from the real point, which is, if you ever had any doubts about YouTube pushing a certain agenda, a certain narrative, a certain form of content, this should prove everything. While there are people getting demonetized for saying a couple curse words, there's someone like her channel, who are getting boosted through the roof, alright? They're breaking the fucking ceiling and no one's talking about it. It's just crazy, man.